When I first started training people some years ago, I had my clients train 3 days a week, every 48 hours, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with weekends off. And while most of them did well, I was absolutely convinced that they weren't achieving the results I knew were possible. And I didn't attribute this to undertraining, but to overtraining. So as remedy, I reduced their training frequency to one workout every 72 hours. Now they were training on Monday, taking Tuesday and Wednesday off, then training Thursday, taking Friday and Saturday off, and training Sunday, and so forth. While their progress was better, it still wasn't as good as I knew to be possible. Some might be prompted to ask the question at this point, well, Mentzer, what motivated you to continue thinking in this direction? It was something I learned from philosophy, that when in possession of a truly valid theory, and beyond that, and just as important, you're making the proper practical application of the theoretical principles, progress will be little short of spectacular all the time, no matter what the field of endeavor, whether you're sending a man to the moon, performing surgery, or developing muscle mass beyond normal levels. I had to admit that my clients' progress wasn't always thus. It wasn't until I reduced their training frequency to once every 4 to 7 days, back in February of 1995, that voila, they finally started achieving results of the order I always knew were possible. I was initially reluctant to go to once every 4 to 7 days, as I, like everyone else apparently, had blindly and uncritically accepted the notion that decompensation starts after 96 hours of no training. This was during a period of rigorous philosophic retraining on my part, when I had reached the conviction I would never, ever again blindly accept anything that mystical they had to say. They say. Who is this they we all keep hearing about? I recall that many times I and numerous other bodybuilders of experience would remark, have you ever noticed that when you take a week or two layoff, that you always come back stronger? And every single one, without exception, replied, you know, now that you mention it, yes, I have noticed that after a week or two off, I always come back stronger. I finally realized that if one comes back stronger after a week or two layoff, then he didn't decompensate. That is, grow weaker and smaller. No, he in fact overcompensated, just the opposite. He got stronger and didn't lose anything. Well, if you don't atrophy or decompensate after up to 2 weeks of no training, how in the hell is it going to happen after 4 days? It won't. And remember, it may take up to several days or longer just to compensate or recover from the workout. There is no decompensation after 4 to 7 days. No way, it just doesn't happen.